Hi, welcome to the Accountability Experiment. This video series is two people, myself and my friend Aaron, holding each other accountable to reaching our goals. We've got some bigger goals for ourselves, and these are the real, raw conversations of us holding each other accountable to going after our bigger dreams and missions. And the intention of this channel is one for people to get inspiration from our conversations, and the other goal and vision for this channel is for people to listen to these conversations and say, "Man, I want to go after my goal," and then they reach out on this channel and comment, reach out to me, and we actually have a recorded conversation. We put it up on the channel of defining this person's goals, your goals maybe, and your vision, and the actions you need to take in order to reach your goals. And then we put those conversations here on YouTube for other people to be inspired by your vision and your mission and the things that you want to do in the world. And creating a community of people that are listening and watching and helping each other and reaching out to each other to actually help those dreams come true for each other. So I hope you enjoy the content. I hope you'll see Charlie in the background. He's my rubber chicken. I help empower people to not let fear hold them back and basically not be a chicken. There's a whole bigger there's a bigger, deeper, meaningful story behind Charlie and these little tiny rubber chickens that I give away. Anyways, I've given away about 1,500 and helping people, and part of my mission is to give away 10,000 of these little things. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the channel. I hope you enjoy the episodes. They're raw, they're unedited. They're just real conversations of people going after their goals and the things that come up in life. And I hope they make a difference for you. And if you got any questions, or if you want to be a part of a conversations to reach your goals, reach out and we'll see what we can do. Have a great day. All right, Aaron, did you do what you said you're going to do?
Well,
Well,
to come to the meeting. Oh no.
welcome to Shame Room.
Game room. Yes. Avoid that, man. No, yeah, I know I'm showing up for my team business support here. Heck yeah. Yeah, I did what I did. I missed the 8 o'clock. My main goal is my 8 o'clock. Working on it from 8 to 10, Monday through Friday, keeping that going. Missed 2 days that came in like more like I was late to work. So not what I wanted.
So what did you say your commitment was?
8 to 10, starting making sure I focus on Kid Advocate from 8 to 10 in the mornings.
And you did share that once again.
I did it, but 2 days I started like at 8:15, 8:30 one day.
Okay. I mean, you still did it. Right? And you didn't do it to the level that you said you're going to. Um, First question, are you perfect?
No,
Did you make progress?
I did. Yeah. It's been pretty important to have this like knowing that I'm like, oh fuck, 8 o'clock. Cause I'm still, yeah, I'm been so free to do my own thing, you know? And so I've been
Yeah.
like, God, this is good. I need this. I need this. That's right. I said, Brad, that's right. This is mine. I'm trying to even kick in more where okay, this is good. I got a commitment thing, but then I'm like, man, maybe I should even take it up a notch where like, when it's your job and if you don't show up on time, you get fucking fired eventually, you know, and like it costs you money. And because
Yeah.
this is a project that isn't yielding income or whatever, it's one of those things you have to see down the line. So it's always so hard to find the tangibles of it, like the cause and effect of my choices. So I'm like, man, I think maybe we'll see. I'm doing good, but man, if I don't keep it up, I'm like gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna do like I've got a Venmo, Brad, $10 or something like that if I don't get in on time. because then I'll be like, screw that, man. I'm not saying
Well,
big bucks.
no, I get what you're saying. And your goal, are you clear that you want the Kid Advocate Network to be able to be, a big part of your income or your sole income?
Uh, no, I have a little bit different situation with that. The Kid Advocate is kind of more of a I'd put it in like secular terms of like a nonprofit. Like my goal is just to have it sustain me more. I believe it's more of like a way to give back. It's a quote ministry thing. What I don't know what word best serves it, but I'll be labeling it under eventually a nonprofit. So the way I'm doing my payment structures and stuff is a pay it forward type format. And
Hmm.
I'm not gonna have a solid fees. We'll see as it grows. But I have some ideas around slow money and some of my things about how to do it. I don't feel called to turn into a product that I'm supposed to sell.
Well, I wouldn't call it a product, I'd call it a service.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough. Even a it's something I won't. I'm not. I don't feel called to sell it.
Okay. Um, but even if, yeah, so it's in the realm, it's not in that realm, but even if it was something, um, yeah, I was just watching this movie, We Bought a Zoo with Matt Damon,
Hmm.
and now I don't know if you've seen it or not. Anyways, it's a cute movie. Single dad, his mom dies. Um, single dad, his wife dies. I'm sorry, and kind of on a whim, he buys this house that's attached to a zoo, like an old, like beaten down zoo, but it's like barely together. Anyways, long story short, um, he's putting his heart into it because he wants to make a difference for his kids, and it's part of the healing and grieving process for him, and it's a good story. But those animals aren't going to pay him. You know, he's got to show up in the morning to take care of the animals, and there's something there. I'm just trying to draw on a line or something that makes sense to me of like your thing is helping other people that aren't necessarily going to pay you. Maybe they pay you in some other respects. Maybe they give you something back or whatever. Um, those animals have to be taken care of every day or they're going to die, right? That's not the case with yours, you know. Um, but there is something that might not happen. There might be a family or there might be a kid that could have had a better childhood. I'm just making that up, but I mean that's what you want to get back, right? You want to,
Yeah, no, there'll be part of my strategy. Like I'll give it for review as one because it's one of my goals to the payment
yeah,
structure. Because I'll be presenting the cost of what it is, like using your example, the animals. Like, okay, this is cost this much feed to keep this amount of animals alive. Da 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 da. So when people are paying it forward, they actually understand. I'm going to be transparent and show what it takes to run
yeah,
this nonprofit. And like so, like I'll be saying, yeah, for me to like do like one of my mediation calls, it's like $100 an hour, you know. And so like if we did a 3 hour session, that'd be like $300. So people are able to assess what the market value is of my services, and so they'll be able to see that, and then they can make their own judgment calls. And then also people that want to donate and support the programs, they'll be able to have an understanding of what it takes. So I'm setting up. You'll see in my goal sheets. That's like part of the way I'm going to promote this. There's actually going to be on my website a pricing structure and stuff. I'm kind of looking at some of these like communal styles of it is connected to bartering. It's kind of changing a little bit of a transparent language, like I said, with like um, a nonprofit kind of strategy that I want people to have an understanding of what it takes,
yeah.
but have that service be available to people, and if people want to support it, they see that I'm being faithful to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, cool. So I was just kind of drawing a parallel in my head of like, there is there are ways. for people to find that reason to get up and be consistent for something. Um, Let me ask this. I don't want to dig too deep, but this could be something to ponder. What's what's a reason that you could be present to that will help you get up every morning and be like more consistent?
I don't know. I think I do believe it's me get it's these connections that I'm starting to take the steps forward in is to not do this alone.
Hmm.
To uh, I have to know my personality, and I've watched myself through the years. I've always done better with partners um, and collaboration pieces. So I'm not a super driven person unless it's like in a sport or chasing a ball or something like that, or a wave. I'm very intense that way. But when I get into some of my strengths, it's I'm very much in the moment, very feely, very intuitive. So like yeah, so some of these things of manifesting and bringing something to fruition I need accountability. So that's partly why I'm doing this work
Yeah.
with you, because that's going to drive me. I've got to see the end results, and that's why I'm also encouraging this to be more of a yeah, Aaron. Okay, so what did you do? Did you do it? Because it's not. Yeah, okay. What do you need to do to make sure it happens? Like, and that's why I share. I might even be doing like, cool. I might put like a $10 thing in there so I can actually visualize the loss, right? I can actually visualize the loss of opportunity. Like, because losing my $10 to not be on time is a real tangible way to see the future of loss. So
Um, okay, so yeah, that's one thing. Um, so is let's just jump into this week's commitments, right?
yeah, we're here for that, right? For sure.
Yeah. Can I share the screen?
Yeah.
End a request. Share. Should be able to share now. Nope, that's not it. Hold on. There it is. Can you see it?
Yes.
All right. Let me get into here. All right. Weekly actions. All right. So here we go. You did yours right after I did mine
Oh,
today.
really? How funny.
I was watching the movie and I was like, oh, I gotta put in my actions.
I know last week because you got called out last week.
But perfect, but perfect. That's the whole point of this project is I want people to see two people doing this live together. Like we're not showing up on some sort of like perfect schedule and like I set my goals and I'm gonna pull up my project planner. And it's like, no, we're both living a real life and we're both dealing with all our stuff and we both have visions and dreams that we still want to accomplish. And this is what it looks like. Oh crap, I need to fill it out right now.
Yeah,
So I can
yeah.
have accountability to next week. So, okay. So what's the number one action to take this week? Monday through Friday, work on Kid Advocate Network from 8 to 10 a.m. Okay, cool. So review your 2025 biz plan and break down some goals for February. Um, I'm assuming number two could be incorporated into number one. You could do that one of those days during the week, right? How much time do you think reviewing the biz plan and breaking down goals is going to take? Is that like you could do a little bit every day or
Yeah, I'll probably be doing a little bit every day. So I just kind of want to have a goal of for this week to have another outline. Like I can share because part of my last week's goal was to kind of do some more of the framing for the year. And so
Mhm.
I have an example of that I can share, but I broke that down into 2025 general kind of like a good rough draft of the goals that I have.
Okay. Um, so at the end of this week, the main thing is that you would have reviewed the entire business plan and breaking down some of the goals.
Yep, for February.
Okay, for February. And by some, do you mean one, two, three of the goals, or you think there's 25 goals, or
Um, no, but it just has I'll establish my goals. You know how we're gonna have each month have goals, monthly
Mhm.
goals. At least that's what we explored. So I got my years now written out, and now I'm got my monthly. So each month I'm gonna be seeing my progress each month, how far I got, and then kind of assess. So I want to lay out my goals. It'll just have my goals laid out for February. I
Okay.
don't know the exact amount, but
Okay,
I'll probably yeah.
so I'm gonna put in here. I'm gonna add my notes. So by next week, you'll have goals laid out for the
For
month.
February.
Okay.
Actually, I won't. Now that I just reminded too, I gotta update you. We need to either switch to Tuesday, probably Tuesday, because I'll be at my dad's funeral Monday.
Oh, for next week.
Yeah, so I don't know what you want to do. If you want to skip it or just do it Tuesday.
No, I don't want to skip it, but your dad's funeral is obviously more important. Tuesday nights, I just signed up for like a Bible study at a local church, so I'm gonna go to that next Tuesday.
Okay.
But maybe we could do Sunday, or maybe we could do Wednesday, or we can figure something out.
It'll be Wednesday or Tuesday afternoon or morning.
Yeah, I mean, we're only gonna be doing this for, 30, 40 minutes, so I could take a,
Yep.
lunch break during work or whatever. So, okay, we'll figure that out offline. Anything else
Nope.
this week?
Nope.
Okay, cool. Is this helping?
Yeah. I mean, so far, yeah, we're tightening up so that it's like
Yeah,
productive and efficient for us. Yeah. Like I went over the things, was okay, crew, what's this week? And then kind of checking in, I have to go to my email to remind myself of what things I said. Mainly
yeah,
I'm keeping them basic. I think like I'm assuming in February because I'll have a more broader goals. I'm gonna have to keep checking my strategies to keep up on my checklist. So
yeah.
so,
Okay.
because right now it's my main checklist is the 8 to 10, just making sure I'm getting into the stuff and just being consistent with that. Whether like some of my stuff I'm doing my podcast stuff with my son or sending texts or trying to like brainstorm some stuff. So I'm just like engaging right now the what I'm wanting. Like I said, that's why I wrote out the biz plan for 2025 and just I'm just being careful what I commit to because I want to make sure I want to build on success. I don't want to keep coming. Oh, I didn't do it this week. Oh, I didn't do that. So
Yeah,
I'm pacing myself.
cool. Um,
Do you want to go over yours? I don't know if there's anything else
yeah,
for
I
me.
do. I'm just gonna acknowledge you for continuing to work on yours, and despite, just losing your dad and still figuring all that stuff out. That's
Thanks,
big.
man. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah,
Um,
I'll be gone this weekend. I'll be gone all weekend going to Arizona.
okay, cool. You just flying down there, or you driving?
We're gonna fly. Yeah, me and my sister and brother-in-law, and meet up with all
Okay.
the other kids. Be a big deal.
Oh, wow. Be nice to see everybody, but you just saw them, so
Yeah, I know this is gonna be a hard one. This is gonna be tough. It's gonna be really
yeah,
emotional.
yeah. All right. So mine. I got let me share it again. What did I say last week? Take action on the website and get the forms up. I got the forms up. We really reduced the hold on, let me share it again. So actions is basically what's your number one action to take this week, and what are one to two only what are other actions one to two only will you take this week, for your goal. And that's it. So super simple and makes it much simpler. So that is complete. And I did take action on the website. I went to review it and I was going to start working on it myself. And then I was just like, no, I'm going to hire the other guy that just did my the website transfer. And so I took action and I hired this guy. He's only $179 and he's going to help me get um, He's going to get the site set up. He's going to get the texts that are going to be sent out and the emails that are going to be sent out. So all said and done, you know,
Hmm.
really inexpensive. And he did a good job last time too. So I'm going to get that set up. He's got until like Wednesday or Thursday. It's like 5 days, and I got it yesterday. And then I'm going to put an intro for this YouTube channel um, on top of these.
Hmm.
So when someone comes in, they're going to get a just a 1 minute ish video of me explaining what this is about, and how they can follow along or how they could participate. But I'm going to have that done. Shouldn't take too long. I'll have to outline it and really think what I want people to get from that video, so that when they jump into these, it's not just two random guys talking, right? It's like
Hmm.
a little bit of who we are, um, and understand what we're trying to do, because the videos are, I think there just needs to be an introduction. It's just missing that. Every other channel has an introduction, and I want to make sure people know what we're up to. So when they just jump into it, um, yeah. So that's what I'm up to this week. I'm gonna finish the website, get the video intro set up, and have that ready. So it's just like I can tack it on to the beginning of each video. It won't really take any much time at all. So that's
Nice.
it. Yeah. So, um,
It's pretty clear. Yeah, I encourage definitely to keep getting. I was kind of thinking too, like how we send each other. Is it like I mean, as this your program grows, are you gonna have people partner up so that they can send direct, clear statements of what they got? Or I know you're working with that form. So like for me and you right now, we're almost like partners. Not everybody. I think this keeps getting bigger. I could easily see me getting lost in obscurity of too many people. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna work. Like when you like your first statement is I'm gonna get the website like set up or whatever. Like what does that mean? You know what I mean? Like same with me. Like what are the
yeah,
goals? Okay, if I'm gonna write goals out, so yeah, I wrote my goals out, and then they're like, what are they? And
yeah.
so far, and in that tab, it doesn't seem like there's enough space to fill in. Maybe there is, and so the form could have more like where I could copy paste my goals, month goals,
So this is just the actions. Remember,
right?
this is just the actions part of it. Your goals are defined over here.
So
So
those are yeah. So I could drop that in for the month one. Open that form for the month, right?
yeah, so maybe maybe this gets recreated in a new form, and every month you drop your goal for the month in there.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah.
I'll let you play
Oh,
with that
what I
because
could
as using it right now, I can go. I just feel like I'm able to be clear with what this week we nailed it down. Like what am I doing this week? What are my actions plans? So I'm able to like reflect back. But
yeah.
in what way is that taking away from the bigger chunk of what we talked about, like having month goals, or is it? Yeah. Anyways, I think you get
Yeah,
what I'm
no,
saying.
I like the idea of having some sort of place to put the month goals. Right now, this is the overall goal, but there could be just like a drop down form, and it could say, this is your big goal or this is your monthly goal, right? And then you could just
Mm-hmm.
put in there what that is. And that way, whenever you come in here, it's just the same form, like your goals, go in there and put it in there. And then you define, hey, is this a big overarching goal that's going to take, 6 months to a year or whatever? Or is this like a milestone, like a monthly goal? And this is what I'm going after. That might be a simple way to do it,
Yeah.
and then you still fill in, what's the name of the goal? How do you see yourself achieving it? And then, just on a monthly basis, like not break it down because you've already broken it down, but what's your mindset? Any obstacles in the way for the month that that might come up?
Yeah.
So, okay.
Might work. Or you'd have, or here's just quick feedback. You have your overall goal, which is kind of like a year thing. That one's pretty vague and who knows. And then in our weekly goal thing, one of the tabs, one of the fill-in things, and it's continually, I don't know how you could copy. It's always being regenerated. So that might be problematic, but it would it would always show up because you might really help us really get a good way of goaltending, how to goaltend, or and being like, yeah, let's be really specific in here. Okay, I can see your month stuff, and then your week stuff is like what? Oh yeah, I'm doing item 1 and 2 this week. And then it's like, okay, well, did you do it? What things distracted you, or what's
Yeah.
going on? I don't know, something like that. Maybe if it's in the weekly thing where each I'm able to reference that, but I
Could
don't know how
be.
the form
So
could.
here's the weekly one, right?
Yeah,
Uh, let's go in here.
because I know you're able to pick styles
So
of the form.
yeah, so this is the name, obviously your name. And then this is the first action. There could be a section right here that's optional that
Hmm.
says define your monthly goal here.
Yeah, like your monthly. What's your monthly breakdown? Yeah, something like that. I think would be cool. I just don't know how to keep repopulating or whatever, because it'd be so great if I could just like, oh, cool. I'd be able to keep coming back to it and then check it off. I'm like, yep, I did 1 and 2, and then I'd be able to look at it. And I mean, a lot of people might do it on their own, and I'm like, that's kind of what I'm doing. Like, I could share with you my thing I broke down for the year, but I don't know. Maybe in your creation of this thing that you're like really helping people just plug and play.
Let me
Uh,
look at some of the
cool
templates that
thing.
are set up with Google Forms.
Mm.
Um, then this also begs the question down the line. I'm not gonna push it now, but my mind used to be like, okay, well, screw this. We'll just, it would jump to, okay, then we could do an app and then we'll get it all figured out in one big chunk. And what I'm
Yeah,
trying to do right now is just like keep it very simple, acknowledge that there's a need to create something new, but not let's reinvent the whole wheel. It's like just we're going to keep doing this and then we'll investigate what could be done for the monthly goals. And maybe that does mean that there's an app that gets created, right?
right.
Maybe that means it's a new form. Maybe that means it's a new type of form or a different type of system that would lend itself. I'm Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, we'll vet it out with time, but you're right. We're grinding it out. That's why I'm just giving you feedback because I'll be like, I'm kind of doing it on my own with analog and writing papers and stuff. So right now, you'll just have I'm presenting in a way that no one's really getting the direct details. It's kind of like you are, like, okay, I'm just trusting your. I'm not able to be super hold you accountable. I'm like, okay, you are working on the webpage. Okay, So, anyways,
Yeah.
good man. Hey,
Well,
I gotta get to work because I got losing daylight here. So I don't. Let's. What else? I know you want to check in. I don't want to rush you. I want you to be able to.
no, yeah, the last thing I was gonna ask is any other kind of like personal ahas this last week that came up.
Mm. Just the aha was like, oh boy, I really need this because I'm like, all right, I really need. I just can't do this alone. So I'm like, yep, because in the week it's like, that's right, 8 o'clock, dude. I got to get going. I got to get going. I got to go get on that. I can't be just still drinking my coffee or staring. Like I got to get going.
Yeah.
So that's been it's been good.
Okay. Cool. Um, yeah, any other trying to think for myself. There was a I had something. Arrogance was my aha this week.
Mm,
Um, Realizing through judgment of another person, like I was judging that they were arrogant, and
mm,
I was like, "Oh, that's just me seeing myself in them and not liking it." And it really
wow,
resonated. And I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna start to give that up and
nice man.
take that on." Of like, okay, well, there's another level of arrogance that I'm.
Ah, respect, man. Respect
Yeah,
for owning that and acknowledging that.
yeah. All right, I will let you go. Send me over the recording of this, and I will get that uploaded, and then just keep in contact, and we'll figure out something for next week's recording, whatever day it's going to be.
Perfect. Perfect. Yes. I like it. Shoot me that text again as a reminder, because one thing that happens is it takes a while to download file.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So while it's downloading, I think I
All
can't
right.
send it right away. Thanks, brother. Bye,
Sounds
man.
good, man. All right,
Have a
later.
good
Bye.
Bye.